Because I'm within kilometers of the airport, but I'm actually quite far from the airport, so here we go. We're launching. We are right at sunset in Porto Escondido. Maximum altitude of 100 meters. See, the sun is behind some clouds. Here's the, I'm trying to brighten the screen a little bit. So this is the town of Porto Escondido. The central part of town is about the center of this photograph or image on the screen. There's a few boats in the harbor. They all fishing boats. And there's the sunset. So I hope this kind of I've got some connectivity issues here, so I'm not sure, but hopefully it is recording. So very hot day. I think the weather network said it was about 30 degrees today, but I felt like a lot more than that, and it was very humid. And most people aren't sitting on the beach. Most people go to the beach. And the beach there in November. So it's not like beaches that I'm used to where people towel on the beach. So the sun is setting behind. So I think what I'm going to do is fly along the beach. Here you can also see that the waves are quite. I will get down a bit lower. And there's lots of red flags along the shore saying that the surf is very dangerous. The size of these quite big. So I don't see anyone in the and now it's interesting to me, evening has come. Things have cooled off just a little bit. Come out to see the sunset, and they're continuing to hang out on the beach. So we're just flying down to the far end of the beach. The beach is about a kilometer. Anyway, right now the drone is about 900 meters down range. And you can see this is where beach comes to an end. These are more private homes, that kind of thing. And you can see some of it is just not developed at all. Anyway, let's go back to sunset. Let's see what's going on there. I'll try zooming in on the sun. And we can see it's just starting to set. So as a tourist destination for late November, I found this place to be hotter than I would have liked and more humid than I would have liked. I just came from Buenos Aires, which is in Puerto Rico, and there the temperature and the humidity were much more pleasant. And the is nice. They've got bars and restaurants and shops on both sides of the main street. One's right behind the beach. I find to be not as interesting. The central part of town was not as interesting. There's no main market in the central part of town. A bunch of giant. And those stalls were actually not all that interesting either. So I think I don't think I would come back again to Puerto Escondido. So once the sun, I'll give you a little bit of a tour again of the beach and try to get a bit of a shot of those fishing boats we saw at the beginning and the beach. It's right by those fishing boats. That little seems to have and bring the sun back. So there's sunset number 2. We can get some sunrise, and there it is. We can do sunset again. And let's see if we can do one more. 70. And we just lost the sun. Okay, so the sun has set. So over here is the bay. Oh, sorry. This is still the main beach with the big waves. So I will come back down a bit so again we can see these waves. So people walking on the beach now that it's cooled off a little bit. Very few people on the beach. I don't know if you can sort of tell compared to but they're pretty comparable. So acres or something. You can really see the mist coming up off. Yeah, that's a good shot of them. I'm zoomed in quite a bit here. So zoom back out. So right in the center of your screen is some rocks. They're just back a little bit from the beach. There's a little sort of viewing area at on the top of those rocks. And that's where I took off from. I'm flying straight towards it. Let's get a bit more altitude. And you can see the stairs that lead up to it. And I'm out, and then I'll see me waving. Can you see me waving? Up over here. Smaller in here. Water. Yeah, maybe. There's Fishing Boat Central. Yeah, well, there's people on the water. Too low. Just buzzing all the people who are going in for an evening swim. Alright, let's get some altitude so we can see the town a little bit from here. So here's the town. I wouldn't say it's a pretty little town. I would say it's a typical Mexican town. That big building in the center is the big grocery store. Kind of like the Mexican version of a Walmart. Grocery, clothes, and TVs, and motorcycles even. Flavor for what the town's like. At least the roads are paved, or at least most of them are paved. And there's lots of speed bumps all over the place. And the roads are unfortunately not in very good shape. Okay, so that's a bit of a tour of Puerto Escondido. I'm going to fly back and swap out my battery, and I can continue the live stream for a little bit longer. Hopefully this is working. If someone could send me a WhatsApp and tell me whether or not it's working, that would be great. Julia says it's on. Okay, so I guess Julia got it. So maybe this worked. Okay, so I'm just going to swap out the battery. So I've got to land on that little spot where I took off from. Okay, so where are we? Where's... for these lights. There we are. Oh, I see it. Okay. Turn it over to land. Okay, scared a couple that are standing over there. Alright, coming in for a landing. Just for a second, and then I'll be back. Okay, we should still be live streaming. Hopefully people can hear me. Okay, so we're going to take off again. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take a couple pictures on that last flight. So I'm going to get a picture of the fish and a picture of the town. Max altitude reach, 100 meters. Go out over the ocean so we can see some waves. Okay, so to the little fishing bay. Get a picture of that. Now, before we leave this, I want to come down. I want to see if I can get a good wave picture. Maybe from the back side of the wave. Come in low. 3 meters. 10 meters. 7.4 meters high.